Citizen Television.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of The Planetary Persuader. This is for Friday, the 30th of April, 2021. Okay, so what do we got? We're looking in the sky today. Well, it looks like we've got a moon in the constellation of Sagittarius. Whoa! At least that's how it's starting. And at 9:30 Pacific Daylight Time in the AM, the moon's going to go into Capricorn. Well, it's actually a little bit before that. 9:16 AM to be specific. So, the lunar mansion that the moon is in right now is known as Mula. Now, Mula literally means root. Mula's ruling deity is Naritri. She's known as the goddess of destruction. She's got a very similar vibe to Kali, or she could be considered another guise of Kali. And she's located in the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And they say this is where all the secrets of the universe are held and kept. Now, the ruling planet for Mula Nakshatra is Ketu. This is the last of the Ketu Nakshatras. First one's Ashvini, second one is Magha, now we're in Mula. You see, Ketu as a planet deity has no head. We know the story about Vasuki the demon that wanted to be like a planet. So he dressed up like a planet, snuck up between the sun and the moon, and got, when they were getting the nectar of immortality, all the grahas, all the planets were getting the nectar of immortality. But notice this, Vasuki sneaking up between the sun and the moon. What does this remind you of? What happens when the north and south node align with the moon or the sun? We have an eclipse, okay? So this is symbolic of eclipses, which are really tripped out times that lead to more tripped out times. We're going to have an eclipse in June. And, we should be on it, ready for it, so to speak. But anyhow, since the bottom half of the moon, of the nodes of the moon, rather, is the south node, it's called Ketu. And Ketu has no head. It's the body that has no head. So what do you do when you can't think about something, but you have a gut feeling? You rely on that gut feeling. It's intuition. And so Ketu relies largely on intuition. Ashvini are the celestial healers. Magha is the royalty. And it's sort of like, in Magha, it's sort of like, I'm going to go with what my parents are. In Ashvini, it's like, well, shoot, people need healing. I don't necessarily know what to do, but I got this gut feeling this is going to work. And in Mula, it's like, hey, not only did I learn some stuff from my parents and learn stuff from my gut feeling, but I also know something about roots and healing herbs, things like turmeric, burdock, garlic, ginger, echinacea. All of these roots contain many healing properties. Maca is another one that you can add to that list. Ashwagandha. There's so many things that have healing ginseng, healing qualities of plants, specifically roots. Wild yam, another one. And so Mula, it comes on sometimes with a calamity. She'll get rid of all this stuff you don't need. And a lot of times I've heard from people who are like wealth conscious advocates or whatever, best thing to do is get rid of all your junk and make space. And that is one of the best ways. Also, people who are generous and just give things away. Like K2 will encourage you to give things away. It's like, you don't need it, don't mess with it. Last week the sun was going through Mashvini. But now the sun's in Bharani, and that part of Aries in the sidereal zodiac. Of course, it's Taurus in the tropical zodiac. But if you're, if you're an astronomer and you're really into constellations, the Vedic makes more sense to you. Okay, so with that said, we are going to go now sign by sign